We are Brap. We are live. We love gaming, and most importantly, we love PC gaming. We have Jay Barr in the house as a special guest this evening, and we're going to talk about Nvidia releasing or revealing their 3000 series GPU prices, and PlayStation 5 Rachet Clank officially kicking off next generation with their Gamescom demo. And we're going to talk about the fact that it's September and we still don't have prices on these next gen consoles. So that note, let's get the show started right now. That's my extra woo because I just want to say something. Did Nvidia not deliver the goods? I mean, Slow-Mo, my fellow PC gamer, did they not just knock it out of the park?
They definitely knocked it out of the park. They did exactly what they needed to do, and that was deliver on what as they are reporting. We don't know for certain yet, but deliver on the biggest jump from one generation to another, and on with their GPUs ever, and also delivering it at a competitive price, because that's been the big hiccup with Nvidia, is that their prices have been egregious, disrespectful, even. And now it's like
run amok,
run amok, like that. But a $500 GPU that's better. They're saying better than the best card on the market right now.
Whoa! Say it again. Say it again. God.
A $500 GPU that's better than the best card on the market. Okay, yeah. That's something that perks everyone's ears up. Everyone has to turn and listen and be like, wait a minute, say what? And now it's if it can really deliver on that, when we get the reviews coming in of all the tech channels that get these cards in, and they put them in their setups and they review them, if it turns out to be what it really is, this is going to have effects that are bigger than just for PC gaming. Because as I was saying on Twitter earlier, if the 3070 can really deliver on that, like everyone knows, and everyone's been saying it for months now, that the most common GPU used on PC gaming is a 1060. It's cheap, it's good enough for current gen consoles, but it's not top tier at all. Getting a 3070 to be that cheap has a lot of people looking at like, you know what? I think it might be time to upgrade. Yep. And yeah, you're going to need to do. Here's the thing, right? A lot of people are saying, "Oh, you got to upgrade. You got to upgrade your motherboard." And that's true. You're probably going to have to upgrade your motherboard, especially if it's really, really old. But because its VRAM memory is only 8 gigs, which is the same as I think the 2070 Super right now. So it's not doing too much. It's not, although that I think that 3070 Ti that they're talking about is doubling the memory. So yeah, with that, you're definitely going to have to do some upgrades. But if you go with the 3070, you can pretty much do your current build and be all right. Probably have to upgrade your power supply, because that thing is a gobbler. You
have to upgrade your motherboard too.
Yeah, well, maybe depends on what kind of motherboard you got. But yeah, look, it's good for gaming because it's going to raise that minimum lowest common denominator, that minimum PC spec, and when that goes higher, that means that all of these third-party developers, even some of the first-party developers that are going to put their games on console and PC, they get to do a little bit more with game design. because they know there's going to be more available for the common gamer in order to take full advantage of it. So I think it's great, man. It was really good.
Absolutely. I got some super chats real quick before we get to the panel introductions. I got Rich Kreiser. Rich, thank you for the $5 super chat, sir. Says big shout out to Forte and Slow-Mo on that show last night. Yes, that was a great show as always, gentlemen. It was great. Have a good show, everyone, and PCMR forever.
Yo, Rich, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
We have Eshan Rashid. Eshan, what's going on, my dude? $2 super chat says please vote November. Everyone's 60 days left. Yes, exercise your right to vote.
Can I say something about that?
Go ahead.
If you can, vote early.
Yes.
If there's any chance that you can do a mail-in vote and vote early, do it, please. Because with everything that's going on with the USPS, I ain't trying to get political or anything, but if you want your vote to count, just to make certain, as soon as you get the opportunity, you get your whatever your state, however your state's doing it, get your ballot in, make your vote, send it in as soon as possible.
Yeah, that's well said. Well said, Slow-Mo. Marty Bison with the $3 super chat says that 3070 looking great. Facts, Marty. And then we have one more super chat here. Ola Malade Raji with the $2 super chat says please vote 2020. Love the show. Vote for future. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Let's get to the panel real quick, guys. Oh, we got Mooch in the house. What's up, Mooch? Real quick. Right, who's yelling, right? We have retarded guests this evening. We have Jay Barry in the house. Jay, dude, welcome back to Brat, man.
Yo, what's up, man? Appreciate the invite, guys. Looking like it's going to be a good show, man. It was a very interesting week. I know you PC guys are feeling good, but I need you to calm it down a notch or two. You know what I mean? Because
hey, let me tell you something.
It's still coming out.
That's not going to happen, Jay, but we're running down. Let me tell you, we're like the ultimate warrior. And that ring entrance music, when that hits, dun, 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 that's us running down full force. Yes.
I see. Yo, like I said before the show started, there was a lot of guys that, claim they don't participate in console wars and hate fanboys, but these dudes is fanboying over Nvidia. I that's crazier to me than fanboying over a console. But it's going to be a good show today, man. Go.
Yeah, no doubt. We and then we have Slow-Mo who was speaking earlier about the cards. Slow-Mo, or I should say, a depressed 2080 Ti, because you can get those bad boys for $450 now. Right. I kind of feel bad for the people that forked out like $1,200 like a month ago. So what's up, Slow-Mo?
Oh man,
yo, chilling, man. I'm doing good, doing real good. Today's been a good day, and hey, I'm just having fun out there, guys. Like some of you guys seem to be taking things really, really seriously. I need y'all to just take it down a notch. You're right at a 12. We need to bring you down to a 4. Like that difference there is the same difference as the price of a 2080 Ti now.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I had to say it.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm doing good, man. Yeah, I expect to have a great show, and man, let's just get into it. Yo.
Do you have a Azure service, sir?
See what?
Nah, let me stop. I ain't gonna be messy, guys. I'm on my best behavior.
No, be messy.
No, all right. We got B Buddy 101. What's up, B?
Yo, what up, man? It's another great Wednesday night, man. The NBA playoffs have been amazing so far, and we got a great Game 7 coming up tonight, and it's 2K season, so I'm in a good mood, man. So let's get to it,
man. No doubt. We have Eric Jackson live from South Florida on the yacht. What's up, EJ?
Yo, what's going on, guys? Happy to be here. Yeah, man. Been pretty interesting the last couple of days.
Yes, sir. It certainly has.
Fire. It's like fire and riots in the streets of Twitter.
I'm telling you. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Last but not least, we have Gaming Forte. Forte, by the way, great show last night with you and Slow-Mo. I love your Tuesday show. Seriously, man. It's just great. It's good stuff, man.
No, man. Appreciate it, man. It's a lot of love coming from people in the community about it, man. So we do it because we love it, and we get along because we love each other and all this other crazy stuff. But overall, man, it's good to be here with the rest of the fam.
Yeah. Are you going to name the show? I heard a rumor you're going to name the show.
The show's already named.
Okay. What's it called then?
It just hasn't been told yet. I mean, Slomo, do you want to just say it now? We do have the.
It's up to you guys.
Reveal.
No, we're gonna do an official reveal on Twitter. It's gonna be a big tweet and everything. We'll still save it. Save it for like at least one more day.
Rumor has it that it's called Forte Gets Backslapped. Is that true?
Oh
man, that's lit.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that one, but that's not it.
We went with. That was one of the names we went with.
Or just that name was in consideration.
Hey Jay, your mic's doing that thing again, man.
All right, hold on.
All right, so I know this is a weird question to ask since we don't even know the show name yet.
By the way, great show, though, guys.
It is a fantastic show, but will it be hitting podcast feeds at some point? Because brother needs to be able to take that on the go with him. I can't, check it out live.
I already started working on signing it up on Anchor so we can start putting it in different places.
Man, my man.
Yeah, I've got.
All right, cool. I mean, like, the thing is that we talked about Anchor, and then you already started. So I like that initiative, man. Thank you.
Well, I was in the chat when you were talking to Erica about it, and I already had started before you even sent it.
Yeah, I've got a couple of people requested that Brap do go to like what's it called, like one of the what's it called, either iTunes or
Well, look, Anchor came highly recommended to us. Apparently, it's free and it's easy, and that's two things that I'm always going to be down for. Free,
yeah, right. Wait, nothing wrong with that.
That sounded really bad. So let me clean this up, okay?
Wait, real quick. Gregor Von Doom says it's not a podcast; it's actually a game show where Forte tries to cause new tech issues for Slow-Mo each week. What?
It does seem like that all the time. Like Forte was just messing up last night, man. 20 minutes of just Forte
was messing up. Every time you host the show, we got audio issues or something.
Because it's not StreamYard, which is nothing wrong with StreamYard, but it's whatever, man. We ain't gonna do this.
I'm having an issue on StreamYard. That's crazy.
Here we go. See, man. Like Barry sound like he is transforming as we speak.
Barry, you sound like Starscream. Hey, are you? Do you have your what is it? Your RTX? What's it called, Slow-Mo?
RTX voice.
Yeah,
you have your RTX voice.
I just turned it off.
Oh, you might have to drop out, come back in.
Yeah.
All right, he's gonna come back in. Oh man, I hope he doesn't have. Yeah, he sounded like Starscream.
Transformers roll out.
Yeah. Decepticons. All right.
Retreat.
Yeah. Retreat. Yeah. Seriously though, great show, guys. Like seriously, I love. I'm not just saying this because you guys are on Brap, but seriously, I love it. It's always entertaining. You guys have great chemistry. Great chemistry. So everyone in the live chat, if you guys haven't checked out their show, and they're going to unveil the title of the show, definitely check out Slow-Mo and Forte on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. each standard time. So,
thank you, back. We definitely appreciate. I speak for Forte. We definitely appreciate that.
Yeah, brother, I can't say more. I love you. Thank you.
Forte's choked up. He's like,
Thank you.
love you.
So it's been a hard road.
Jay, are you okay now, man? Can we?
Am I good?
Oh, you're good now.
Yeah, you're not. Woo, you sound like Starscream, man.
StreamYard got me sounding like an Xbot, man. I don't know what's going on.
You gonna start talking about teraflops in a minute?
Oh man,
Xbots roll out.
StreamYard's to tell you that GPU you got is outdated.
Woo! Oh
Booty.
man, yeah, my 1070 got to go, man. It's that time.
Hey Jay, it's time to upgrade, sir.
At least you ain't like me. Mad as hell right now.
Forte, we love you, man. I'm sorry.
Well, you had no choice. Your 1080 died on you, so you had to get something else.
Yeah, but still.
It's all good.
Are you getting a new GPU?
Hell yeah. Day one. I don't. This $700. Dog, look. I looked on. I didn't even want to look on eBay to see what 2080 supers were going for. I was like, if a 2080 is going from 450 to 500, that means 2080 supers are probably going for about 3 or 2.
Yeah. Hey,
I'm about to go
real quick.
look it up right now just because
I'm
I
actually
want
not
to be
even
petty.
Somebody-
I'm just
Somebody in the live chat just offered me $200 for my 2070.
I would sell it.
I was like,
Sell
okay.
it. Get rid of it.
Yeah.
Good
Real
value
quick, guys.
right
Everyone in the live chat, please hit that like button. We're at 19 likes. Come on, give us some thumbs. We've got Jay Barry in the house. Please retweet the link to the podcast as well. Let everyone know we're live. I gotta say, guys, this Nvidia thing, we've been, me, Mooch, and Delirium Blades, we've been talking about this behind the scenes a lot. When is the price? When are they gonna release the price? What is it gonna be? How much is it gonna be? And first of all, I love this title from VG 24/7. Their article on the Nvidia reveal the 3000 series graphics cards. They say consoles eat your heart out. Nvidia has revealed its latest PC gaming technology. That was kind of the vibes, like how I felt. I was kind of like, now I really don't need a Series X. It's not even a thing,
Oh man.
I would even argue, because I know Forte and Slobo were talking about this last night on their show, that you would even need a Series X if you think about it. I mean, look,
You don't need either one of these consoles.
No. I'm gonna say what I said last
I don't
night.
agree with that. Yeah,
No.
Because
watch your mouth.
PlayStation,
Yeah.
because
Forte, watch your mouth.
PlayStation isn't day and date. You
Yes.
still need, if you want to play those games.
Still, if you want to play,
you
them,
know
you're
what
right.
you gotta do. You gotta get a PlayStation to play them. Okay. Eventually, they might end up going to PC, but you don't know when that's going to be. You don't know if it's going to be 6 months, a year, 3 years. You don't know that. Why wait on a game that you want to play?
Well, I'm not gonna wait because God of War ain't coming out no time soon.
First of all, Forte, I need you to be respectful in the chat. don't get your shins kicked, because on the PlayStation side of things, right?
Go ahead.
PlayStation is going to offer you a different experience than PC is going to be offering you. Do you have a DualSense control over there, sir?
What is PlayStation going to offer me that what are they offering me?
Spider-Man?
Miles Morales.
I didn't play the last one.
You said that both of these consoles are going to be pretty much irrelevant, right? Because they're going to come to PC regardless, right?
PlayStation is more relevant. PlayStation is more relevant than Xbox. I'll give you that. I will end up with a PlayStation at some point. I just put it like this, because I want a PlayStation, but look, there's no way I'm buying all three of these things. No way. There's no way I'm buying this 3080 or, God forbid, this 3090 and an Xbox and a PlayStation. I got to buy an Xbox because of the commitment I have with friends that I play certain games with on Xbox, and I just enjoy that ecosystem more than anything. I'm definitely upgrading my PC. I'm definitely upgrading that. And PlayStation made it easy for me by not having God of War come out anytime soon. So, I understand that Spider-Man Miles Morales is coming out, but everybody on this panel will tell you that I didn't play Spider-Man because it's not something that 100% interests me that I have to go out and have a system for day one. Ratchet Clank is really interesting, but that's a game I can pick up whenever I finally get the system. So for me, just me, like I said, I'm going to end up with a PlayStation. It's not even a discussion. It's just that right now, this graphics card, and then just thinking about all the stuff you might have to do on the back end, because I really truly feel if you're going to spend this money to upgrade to this generation of graphics card, you need to go ahead and just go all the way out with the rest of your PC. This is a type of generation where you just upgrade your PC. You don't just upgrade the graphics card, you upgrade your PC altogether.
Yeah, can I ask you a question? I didn't mean to cut you off, man. No, but it's weighing down on my heart. No, and I gotta speak from the heart. This is the question for you. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Before you gave me that answer right there, did you practice that in the mirror?
No. Absolutely not. Why? Because I didn't stutter?
No, Forte. Let me tell you something about life. Forte.
Go ahead.
Okay. I was always a PlayStation gamer. I had my friends. There was hardcore Xbox gamers. You know, I would want to play with my friends. Guess what I told them? Your friend is over on PlayStation. You need to come over here. And guess what they did? They came over to PlayStation. Your friend's gonna go where you go. That Xbox excuse about where your friends play over there, nah, man, I ain't buying that one right there, man. Friends is gonna go where you go.
No, but it's just that's just part of it, sir. It's not. It's a whole other budget. Like, listen. Just because, I don't cap for Xbox. I just enjoy the platform. I don't care what platform overall. Like I told them myself, hey, if y'all get a PC, we ain't even got to worry about console. Because that's where I'd rather be at. But if I got to play on console, and like perfect example, people keep asking me like, well, why even upgrade to the next system? You already got an Xbox One X. I'm like, well, I don't want to have a trash system that's not giving me a best performance. I only bought an X to get better performance. And now that I can get an even better system with better performance, I'm going to do that too. And it wasn't even Microsoft that convinced me to do it. It was a third-party game by Bungie that came out and said 4K 60 frames per second, and that's what I'm going to do. Now, this will also be an easier discussion if crossplay was available in the game, and I could play from PC and play with people on.
Bungie don't have. Destiny don't have crossplay yet.
Not yet. They got cross save. They ain't got cross play.
It's coming. Crossplay.
It's coming next year. It's coming next year.
It'll be like next year when it comes out.
But I'm not waiting for that.
I do want to say that if you get a 3070, woo, you don't have to upgrade your motherboard. Honestly,
but who wants that?
Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know.
Because it's the same memory as the 2070 Super.
Yeah, but who wants that? I mean,
if you don't have that,
listen, if you already listen, if you have a 10 series card, yes, a 3070 is what. I just don't see the benefit of it. I mean, look, okay.
You don't see the benefit. It's better than a 2080 Ti. That's the benefit. There is a benefit
to a 3080. There is definitely a benefit because, like you said, it's going to raise the lower level and get a lot of more people into a higher spec. I agree with that. I just feel maybe it's just the PC side of me talking, but I'm looking like for $200 more. I'm like, you're literally getting double the performance in the VRAM because you're going from GDDR6 to GDDR6X and you're getting 10 gigs of that. On top of that, you're getting twice the performance on top of that. So it's like I'm looking like you're getting 2080 Ti performance in a 3070. But it wasn't.
Actually, you're getting better performance.
You're probably getting 5 to 10% better performance.
Better than a 2080 Ti.
Yes, than a 2080 Ti. Yeah. But you're also getting double the performance with a 3080 for $200 more.
Look, Forte, it's a great point. It's certainly a very tempting proposition.
No, if you're coming from a 10 series, then that's fine. Now, if you're coming from a 2000, like a 2080. Or a 2080 Ti just to get a small minimum bump, because I guarantee you it's not more than 10 to 15%. They just put a number out there saying, oh, it's faster than the 2080 Ti. It definitely is faster. It's probably 5% faster. So why would you pay pay $500 for 5% more?
Because there's a lot of guys that wouldn't spend $1,300 for that performance.
And that's why you would spend $800 and get twice the performance.
That's not the same mentality.
That is the same mentality.
These are guys that
you got a 2080 Ti already.
No, Forte, because to go to the 3080, like you said, you want to upgrade your motherboard. You want to upgrade this. You want to upgrade that.
But the people that have 2080
just upgrading the 3070, anyway. That's a whole different price difference.
People that are running 2080 Ti's are going to upgrade regardless.
I'm not talking about them. I'm not talking about them. They're not even the majority.
No, I'm talking about them. I'm talking about people with 2080.
We're not talking about the people you talking about.
2080.
You talking about 2% of the PC population. I'm talking about
what did I say earlier, Slow-Mo? Shut up. What did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? I literally said if you have a 10 series, get a 3070. I literally just said that. If you got a 10 series, the 37 is what's for you.
That's good.
Because you're getting like 5.
Don't tell nobody that. Don't tell nobody that. Tell them to get the 3080 because y'all know y'all PC dudes. If you tell somebody to get the 3070, am I butting again?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your mic.
And you know what? And I agree with Jay Barrio on that. I feel like everybody should get 3080s. 3070 is just a stepping stone.
I don't know. That 3070 is pretty tempting. Well, let me talk about the prices here. So
this comparison in and the private.
All right, so we got.
Let Enrique have his show back for a second. Let's go over these prices.
The 2080 Ti.
All right, so we got so here are the price points. They still haven't announced a 3060, which is rumored to be
that's coming
on par with the 2080.
That's
right
what's
now,
gonna
right?
Move. That's what's going to move the needle. That's
going to move. That's
when they
that 3060. Yeah. So all right, so the RTX 3070 is priced at $499. The RTX 3080 $699, and now they have a 3090 at a whopping $1,499 or $1,500.
Most beautiful thing ever made.
That thing is going to be a monster, and I know some people that are getting the Mooch and Delirium Blades. Shout out to those guys. They are off there getting a 3090. But I'm kind of like teetering between 3070, 3080. I just
talk me off the ledge. He don't want me to get a 3090.
Yeah, but I would ask the panel. Is this kind of one? This is obviously a shot at. Let's get Jay Barry back in here. So I want to ask the panel a quick question. Jay Barry, you back, man? Can we hear you? Mic check.
Yeah, I'm back. All
right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's really weird.
Your
quick,
Forte,
guys.
you see that link up in there? I just want Forte to take a look at that.
All right. Yeah. Before one thing I should mention, guys, we are doing a game giveaway. We're giving away the Marvel's Avengers game to some of the live chat. So I need somebody in the panel to come up.
Mighty's Avenger version.
Is it the deluxe edition? That means that you can play right now, or is it the edition that's for Friday?
No, the edition that's for Friday.
Oh, okay. Then I'm not going to use my dummy account and try to.
Wow. Someone's gonna come up with the sock account.
You're gonna have the default profile pic.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Look at it.
Who's Plus Ultra Dropkick? Who is that?
Yeah, right.
Guy? I've never seen him before.
Why does slow-mo dropkick sound so familiar?
Look at this slow-mo. I guessed this without even having to look at it. 10% better performance.
All right, so
that was the case.
Yeah, but look at that price difference.
The price difference is amazing.
Yeah, and that's all that matters.
All right, so we're gonna do the game giveaway, the Avengers live chat for the Friday version, not the deluxe edition, which you can play right now. But I need somebody in the panel to come up with some kind of trivia question because I suck at trivia questions. You guys know I give
got this, man.
My trivia questions like freebies. I'll be like, "What's today's date?" You know,
he'd be like, "Well, 1 + 1."
Yeah, exactly right. What's 2 + 2? Right. So we'll be doing a giveaway later on. Usman B says Brap the only podcast giving away weekly giveaways. Hey man, we love gaming. That's why we do it. Yeah, do it because we love all of you too. But yeah, so I talked about the prices. What do you guys think? Is this kind of obviously there's a clear shot at AMD, and I don't think AMD is, my understanding, not going to have an answer for their higher end GPU. Be interested to see what they come with their mid tier cards. But is this a shot at consoles too? I mean, Nvidia's
Go ahead.
I was just say Nvidia's CEO, I forget his name. Jansen was basically took a shot at consoles when they're like, he's like, yeah, our cards are going to still be more powerful than next generation consoles. But is this kind of a shot at next gen consoles? Like, hey, you know what? Nah, you guys want the best performance. We're still it.
Absolutely. You know why? Because they were literally releasing all these cards before next gen consoles come out. They literally came out and they did say in the press event, he quoted the Xbox and he was like, because the Xbox is the only one. Well, not the only one. It's the most powerful system, and it has ray tracing. And it was basically another shot at AMD because AMD produces the hardware for the system. So when he was like, it has ray trace. He said, talk about ray tracing acceleration, just like the Xbox Series X does. And he said, but ours is 3 to 4 times faster. I was like, oh, okay, shots are being fired here. And then they came out and started showing specs, and then they gave that price, and the price above all pretty much just destroyed it. But overall, their number one plan is, trust me, they see a lot of people looking at these consoles. They were like, these consoles have a chance of being big dogs for like quite some time. And they was like, nah, we got to get our stuff out there before these consoles launch, because once people start buying these consoles, it's a good chance that they won't have enough money to go around to buy the GPUs too. So if they get the GPUs out there, get people excited day one about them, get them out in the world, then that's going to make people think twice about wanting to upgrade to a system, because now you got like cars that are like 3 to 4 times faster than anything a console can even think of. So it was a great move. It was a great move.
Yeah, such a beautiful thing. B Money Man, what are your thoughts on this?
Yeah, of course, a direct shot, man. AMD's been, on a pretty big roll lately with their CPUs and whatnot, and everybody's been talking about the new tech that's going to be in the new console. So, of course, Nvidia had to come out and put their foot in their neck and say, "Yo, we out here too." And all that mess y'all was talking about, being close to the 2080 Ti. Guess what? We got an answer for you. So. I like the energy, man. It's that competition always breeds excellence. I always say it. So I'm ready, man. When I was building my PC, I kept asking you guys if I should hold off, man. And I went with the 2070 Super. But if I would have waited just a couple more months and saw that 3070, that would have been a sweet deal. Anybody who's building a PC right now, and you're kind of building from the ground up, that 3070 is super tempting.
It really is, man. Yeah, that 3070 is great value, and the games, even the games that start coming out for these next generation consoles, aren't going to stress that card out at all. It's just not. It's not. You're going to have plenty of leg room per se. But I want to ask you something, Mr. Eric Jackson. Are you gonna go PC now, man? Is this just tempt you a little bit, maybe to join the ranks of PCMR?
It might have me looking a little further into it. I don't know when, but yeah, it might happen. It may happen. I'm not making promises, but it may happen.
All right, I hear you, man. I hear that. I tell you, if you're interested, man, what I would suggest is maybe waiting to see what the 3060 is going to be like, because the 3060 apparently is supposed to be on par with like the 2080 Ti or something like that. And you can only imagine that card. If the 3070 is $499, geez, I can imagine what the 3060 is going to come in at, which is going to be insane. But I will say this, as we talked about, the Series X, and not to pick on the Series X, but for me personally as a gamer, it's like
you're about to pick on it though.
No, I know. I'm just saying, this is.
Hey, Forte, that being said,
right? That being said,
I don't want to pick on you, but I'm gonna pick on you.
Yeah. But it's like I was having fun on Twitter a little bit. People were having fun. I saw you, Slimmo. You were having fun with people. Some people got upset saying, that, that the PC is irrelevant and stuff like that, or the old argument, Slow-mo, it's so much more expensive than console gaming.
Like we didn't know that already. And then but it's like. They never actually take into the full cost of things. It's like, oh yeah, I know my actual PC is more expensive than the actual console. Duh. I'm the one that built it. I remember, spending the money. But they never take into account how much they spend on their OLED. They never take into account
multiple consoles?
Multiple consoles, your mid-gen refreshes. They never take into account how much they're spending on Xbox Live, just to play online games, even free to play games.
We don't pay on PC,
so it's just like all this call, and then they don't get as many of the sales that you see on Epic Game Store and Steam.
So summer Steam sales, woo!
Yeah, like those cost of games. I get games that are like really good games for $10, $15, $20 all the time. So it's a lot more than just you spent $1,500 to build your PC.
Yeah. Okay. So here's so as soon as you start saying this, it's funny. Someone in the live chat, John Dexter says, not everyone buys an OLED. Yeah, we understand that it's true.
Yeah, and that's fine. And what you have is the TCL, which I'm not saying. It's a horrible TV, but you get what you paid for. So when you don't see the difference in how your games look compared to how if you had, say, a C9, well, you got what you paid for. If you want to get a 580 GPU and not a 2080 Ti, well, you got what you paid for. The visuals that you get on your games is what you pay for. It's no different on console. Like the display is also important. Like it's not just the your Xbox One X can't make up for your TV's lack of capabilities. So it is what it is.
If you buy a $500 TV, right? Let's say at minimum a $500 TV, 4K TV, and then you buy a $500 console. You had $1,000. I spent $1,200 on my computer. Right? I mean, with the monitor, I was all in, like 1,800. But still, I mean, at that point, you're almost there. You're right.
Yeah.
So most people are buying, I don't know what TVs in that $500 to $700 range, right? Then you factor in buying multiple consoles. I mean, shit, I bought 2 or 3 Xboxes this generation. That's like 50. No, I bought 2 Xboxes this generation. That's $1,000 right there.
But you gotta factor in how many GPUs you bought within the same time span. You know what I mean?
I mean, I only bought one computer.
Upgrades, CPU upgrades. PC's just more than just that one little purchase, because in a year or two you're gonna upgrade something different, more RAM.
Well, yeah, you can, but it's not.
Bar got a point there, because you just bought that 1,200 and you about to upgrade your GPU.
But I can sell my GPU though.
Yeah, but you can sell your console. You can sell your old console.
Yeah, you can trade your console. But what I'm saying is, like, the argument's always it's like the PC so much more expensive, when it's like, yeah, if you look at the total investment of things, I mean, you could probably what you spend on TV, consoles. If you wanted to buy PC, you could probably get a good rig for the amount of money you spent on consoles and accessories, TV, subscription services, stuff like that.
So
I'm sorry, Forte. Let me say.
No, go ahead.
So what I kind of hear in both of how the arguments kind of go is, you really, whatever lane you decide to go in, you about the same. It really don't matter. It just depends on what works for you, right?
Exactly.
Hobby, man.
Because I've seen, and you probably seen this too, guys. And I've seen more and more pictures of people, grabbing OLEDs, getting ready for this next generation of consoles, because they know, like you said, I have a TCL, but I know if I want to get the most out of what the PS5 and the Xbox Series X will do, this one ain't going to.
Eric, you don't confess that, man.
But when I bought my TCL, it was like that. That was that one that moved me up from that 1080p. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew, I knew it was like a stopgap TV, because eventually I was going to pick up an OLED. You know what I'm saying? And then you just move this one into like the bedroom, and it's all good. You just moving around. So yeah. So.
I just feel like at a certain point, the biggest thing is, what type of gamer were you to begin with? And all this did was convince a lot of people that were on the fence that if they didn't need a console and they were on the fence about getting one, this kind of just took that whole narrative. It was like, I can wait, because I just think overall console people are console people. PC gamers are PC gamers. PC gamers will go to console if they feel like the benefit is big enough. And PlayStation game, and for PlayStation, I think that is a really big selling point. But I also think that once you get into like when the 20 series came out, I think a lot of people saw that as gouging them to death, and there's like, I'll just go play. I'll spend my money that I was going to probably use on a graphics card. I'm going to go buy a PlayStation, or I'm going to buy an Xbox or something. I think that's what happened then. Now you're starting to see people like, wait a minute. As much as I would love to buy that next PlayStation, this graphics card will literally destroy everything that comes out. And if I have to wait for PlayStation exclusives to come to PC, which a lot of PC gamers do, then they'll be perfectly fine with that. But if you're a console gamer, you're going to get a console no matter what. The PC is just going to be something that, if you're not into the whole content creation and stuff like that, you really don't care about what PC's doing or anything like that. But overall, if your home is console, it's going to be console, and no one can really change your mind on that. I just think a lot of people are going to have their minds changed if they were going to consoles off of this one announcement because of these GPUs.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, guys, get the super chat from the Ashton Luca with the $5 super chat. Thank you, Luca. Says F the Master Race console, baby. Get him, Jay Bari. Also, what's up, guys? How y'all doing? Hope y'all have a good show. Shout out to the PvP God Bari.
Whoa. Oh, look, I need you to relax.
PvP
Got a bunch
God.
I heard this man's pretty nice in the road company. We need to get up, man.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, for sure, man.
Jay's got skill. So I mean, Jay, I will say this though, but you know, for me, this cements the fact that like in terms of next generation consoles, if I'm going to pick one, I got to pick the PS5 because of the exclusive.
As you should.
You know, and,
I mean, the exclusive is there. I think when it comes to this is why I'm always going to push. I know PC guys are going to push like, oh, I can do this, you know, bigger graphics, you know, more frame rate. But the PlayStation is continuing to innovate with their games. Like, you know, I would always finding new ways to push gaming forward. Like if you read the article about the DualSense and how many ways they use the DualSense to further the immersion with these games. You know what I mean? Those type of things you're going to get from PlayStation, where on the PC side of things, you're still getting more frames, more.
But you know, you can use the DualSense on PC.
Yeah, but would it have those features enabled with it though? I don't know.
It should. I mean, like that. I wouldn't see why not. Like the
DualShock
4, the DualShock 4 works. You know, it has all the features and works just as well on PC as it does on.
But does it use like the mic? You know what I mean? Like DualShock 4.
No,
the speakerphone.
If the control, well, that's if the game uses it. If the game has it coded in to use it, it will use it. But that's the biggest thing.
Well, I mean, that's going to be the case regardless. This is the reason why, like, when we mentioned before the DualSense, like we like the features that it's you know, sporting, but it's only really going to be used in first party game, which is fine. But you know, if it's a multiplayer game that's going to be on everything, they're probably not going to use like very much of those features.
I wouldn't go that far and say that though, Slow-Mo, because you look at games like Deathloop, third-party games going to be on PC and PlayStation. But they're talking about how the game is changing with the PlayStation and DualSense 4. DualSense 4. You know what I mean?
What control is that?
I'm thinking the 4 console generations ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
But like I said, there's third-party devs that have been listed in that article, that blog. If you guys have missed it, go and look at that blog, man. They just dropped another one talking about the PlayStation 5 and how it's going to change or different than anything else. But that's what PlayStation has going for it. You know what I mean? If it's just like a PC or if it's just like anything else, then yeah, it's going to get washed. And that's where I feel like when it comes to the Series X, that's where when I look at what they're offering and what they're pushing, everything that you can experience on a Series X, you can experience on your PC. You know what I mean? From the UI to the games, you know what I mean? The controller, you just added a screen, you know, a share button. You're not really pushing, from what I'm seeing so far, you're not really pushing gaming forward. You're just pushing frames and resolution.
No, they're just giving people an option that doesn't want to play on PC. That's all they're doing. That's all that is. And I get it. And like I said, for me, I just enjoy that. I like the controller more because I like offset. So that's the reason I like Xbox a little like more. I like the ecosystem more because I've been in it for almost 20 years now. So I'm kind of in bed. It's just like we always say, why are people going to switch from one platform this late in the generation to another? Because you have a whole bunch of stuff that's built up that you built over the course of time that unless you are like, I haven't been excited for Microsoft first party stuff and I don't know how long. I like at this point, I don't buy an Xbox for Microsoft first party. I buy it for the third party stuff and to play with the people I like to play. People don't really believe me when I say that because I could care less about their first party. Halo's the only thing I cared about, and they just shit the bed with that one. So I got to wait for that to finally come out. But outside of that, I'll enjoy everything else. And the stuff that I can't enjoy the best on console, I'll play it on PC. But that's the biggest thing people need to realize is for Xbox, you're losing so much of the identity of Xbox because a lot of the games are coming to PC. But there are so many people that aren't going to buy a PC, and Xbox is basically just saying, we don't care where you play. You can play over there, you can play over here, but we have a system for you to do that on until a lot of people decide not to buy that system, and then they're just going to make it so they're just a service at that point, and they won't even produce a system. But as of right now, because I do believe that's what the case is going to be, as soon as they get to a point in a threshold where people aren't supporting the system enough, they're going to stop making it. So be prepared for that future when it does happen. But overall, right now, they're saying if you want the system, you can get it, but you don't have to have it.
Yeah, real quick, guys, get the super chat from J-Dub, our good friend J-Dub.
What up, Jay?
$2 super chat says, you've learned to settle, Forte.
I ain't learned to settle on nothing. I still, but wait, hold. I didn't settle when I bought a PlayStation 4. Guess what? I bought a PlayStation 4 day one for a game that didn't even get announced yet, that didn't come out to 2017. I bought a PlayStation day one. I bought a PlayStation 4 Pro. I had a PlayStation 4 Slim. I'm going to have a PlayStation 5. If it wasn't for the fact that these GPUs coming out cloud my judgment, I might have it day one. And guess what? I still might have it day one. I just haven't made the decision yet. So your boy probably got more games on his system or PlayStation than most of the people that talk crap about it. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'll read some of the chats, the comments.
And that's not towards J-Dub, because J-Dub, I know me and J-Dub go way back. That's for all the people that's for all his zealots out there that he like to sick on people whenever they get against him and stuff.
Yeah.
Slow-mo. Wait.
Gregor just
Slow-mo. Why are you telling people to detach from, your
Yeah, the chat was going a little crazy. I was reading that too.
They should detach themselves from my ball sack. That's all. That's all.
I didn't want to say that, Slow-mo.
I can't say that. Live?
No, especially not that. No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah. That's why
from
I
my
said
sack.
Criminal shows. So
my sack. My sack.
That doesn't even sound any better, to be honest with you.
No, it doesn't.
Because he put an emphasis on my sack. He's like, my sack.
And they're gonna think you talking about Spider-Man swinging from sack to sack. Stop doing that.
Oh boy. All right. I see people are kind of upset about this whole PC thing a little bit. I see it's getting a little spicy there, Jay. What do you think, man?
Man, as it should, man. Listen, it's a good time for you PC guys. Shout out to the PC second race.
Oh man!
Hey,
what?
Jay, let me tell you something. Jay, let me tell you something. When Sony brings those exclusive day and date on PC, woo!
Listen, at the end of the day, you this is what's going to happen, right? You're clicking and clacking on the computer, waiting for your pre-orders for whatever the 3080, the 3090, the 3070, right? And guess what's going to happen? You're going to pre-order that thing. You're going to be happy. You're going to be excited. You're going to be like, woo! Oh my God, I can't wait to put this thing on my computer, get my new motherboard, get my new power supply, all that good stuff.
Where you going with this?
But then when that PlayStation 5 launches and you see that Spider-Man Miles Morales launching day one, you're going to be like, oh my God, I just spent $800 upgrading my PC. But I gotta get that.
Wait, hold on, Jay. Wait, hold on, Barry. The people that play on PC, we got long money, bro. We ain't worried about a $500 system when we spending $1,500 on the
GPU. I don't know about that.
How much did you say that system was going to be?
I said the PlayStation $500.
Okay. Just
I don't know.
That's a realistic price right there. That still doesn't change the fact that I think they can go higher, but that's the realistic price.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that again.
We're not going to go into that. But no, let's be for real here. There's people out here going to spend $1,500 on a GPU, $800 on a GPU, $600 on a GPU. And you try to tell me that they really worried about a $500 console?
Yes.
No, they're not. No, they're not.
They're gonna spend all that money. They're gonna spend all that money on GPUs, and guess what they're gonna do?
No, they're gonna spend all that money on
pirate their games. If a game costs $40 to $60, they're gonna complain.
No, you know what? It's called a free market, Barry.
We're not all pirates.
You know what, Barry? It's a place called a free market. You can go to like Gamer. You can go to like Green Man Gaming and get the game for like 30% off day one. Guess how much I paid? Guess how much I paid?
I don't know, man.
Guess how much? Wait, hold on. Guess how much I paid for my Horizon Zero Dawn day one when it came out on PC? $37.
Green Man Gaming.
How much did you pay for that game when you got it day one, Barry? 60?
That's
$60, right?
That's the difference.
But he played it. But fortunately, he played it 3 years ago.
No, I played it 3 years ago too, and decided to stop playing it when Breath of the Wild came out.
Oh, so now you got to add it up. You paid $97.
Actually, no. Actually, no. Your boy got it for free. So actually, I paid $37.
Oh, I fall back.
Oh, okay.
Wait, I want to answer something. Somebody in live chat says, "Well, why buy a PlayStation 5 then?" Right? And I'm like, well, because for me at least, like, I want to play those exclusives day and date. Like that's why I buy a PlayStation. That's why for those as we call them, J-Bar, the PlayStation bangers. You know,
yeah, right? You don't want to be a part of the mute gang, right?
What the mute gang?
Oh, you never heard about the mute gang?
No, what is that?
I'm about to explain. I got the best list on YouTube, so guys, listen in, okay?
Go ahead with the bang.
The mute gang is the people on Twitter that is upset that people are sharing their gameplay and their screenshots because they play the game day one and they want to wait it out for a sale. So they mute the people that's sharing out the stuff that, you know, the game that they want to play, but they can't afford it right now, or they don't want to spend that kind of money right now. So they just mute all that.
That's real sad, man.
It is like that though. I can confirm that people do that.
I know, man. Look, Final Fantasy 7 remake came out. I was like, they freaking won. I'm not waiting for anything. And when it comes out on PC, I probably would double dip.
Slow-mo. I was being generous with Final Fantasy 7 remake, where I waited 2 weeks before I posted any like screenshot, like heavy screenshots. Dudes was like, "Yo, why you spoiling?"
Why'd you show Cloud? You spoiled the game for me.
I was like, wait, you was just hype as me about the game. You know what I mean? You're gonna play and get excited, and you told me I'm spoiling. What happened, brother?
You're nicer than me because it was like hours for me. It was hours before I was posting screenshots all over the place, man.
The mute gang is strong out there, man. Trust. Post a screenshot. Who got Avengers? Post it up right now. You'll see. The people that you communicate with, you're not going to hear them from them in a long time.
Lord.
I haven't heard from so in like 2 months. I wonder why.
Oh man, Barry in his bag today. He giving all the trade secrets.
I know, right? I just learned something new today, man. That's hilarious. Yeah, hilarious. So I want to say something though regarding pricing and everything. It's still September. It's September 2nd. 2020, and we still do not have the prices of the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Microsoft more recently said, "Hey, you know what? We'll reveal the price when we're good, when we're ready to." So,
I just want to let y'all know. I told y'all so. I've been saying this literally all year.
Don't be trying to like jump out there and be like, it's.
Make sure
you still got another month, man.
We a team, bro. Make sure you include your boy on that because I was with you.
How are y'all both bragging and it hasn't come to pass
Look,
yet?
man, I'm just looking forward to Bug Snacks being streamed and played by Slow-Mo Backflap. That's all I'm looking forward to.
It has come to pass. Yo, we're in September. Normally, we get this information in June.
Right?
No, Barry. This is what happened like a month ago. Your boy Slow-Mo got a little rowdy. Got emotional. I wouldn't say emotional. I got a little excited, and I said, "Look, if they pull an Apple and then announce price and date within 30 days of release, I will live stream Bug Snacks." A month ago, I thought they were going to do all this stuff in August. So here we are in September, and I'm like, oh boy. But still, we have a full month here because we know that they're coming out in November. We just don't know exact dates. So if it comes to October, it's a wrap. But
streaming that Bug Snacks. Well, I do think you're gonna win those Slow-Mo because of that email we got this week.
What does that email mean?
I don't think they're gonna prolong it to October to get the price.
Dude, they told people that you will be able to pre-order the system before you even knew the price.
I agree with you 100%. Forte, yo, they've been very backwards. Listen, we got 2 marketing commercials for PlayStation 5, and we have no release date or price. You know what I mean? We getting pre-order emails, no release date or price. They're very backwards of what they're doing right now, man. It's kind of disgusting.
You know what's wild is we haven't seen even like a game, I think, run a Series X game run on the Series X.
Yeah,
That blows my mind too. We've seen we really haven't seen, we've seen like the PlayStation 5. We've seen Ratchet and Clank run on it. But there's like both consoles, like we just haven't seen a lot from either console really.
I think we saw a few stuff on PlayStation because everything that showcase was captured on PlayStation. So all the games that had a little gameplay, like Deathloop and all those other games, that's running on PlayStation. I know with Ratchet and Clank, we actually saw like a legit demo of that stuff. But it's kind of funny because a game that I'm looking forward to, Scarlet Nexus, right? Xbox is marketing that game, and at Gamescom they had gameplay demo there, but the same shit. I was about to curse. The same thing was over there, representative of how the Series X is gonna like pan out or whatever. And I'm like, yo, why are you doing that in end of August? Like the game can't run on the console yet. Like it's not captured on the Series X yet. Like it's ridiculous, man.
That's very ridiculous.
It is.
It's ridiculous. Like why are we still doing that? Okay, May. Okay, all right, you got me. You're still getting everything together. Well, end of August, damn well September, and you're still running games like that. That's supposed to showcase what the Series X can do, but it's not running on the Series X. That's spooky to me.
That's why I also think they're not going to price that thing at $600. Because if you can't even show games in this September,
you can't price it $600,
and you don't have your flagship title that you banked on, that you still doing marketing for because the marketing was planned well ahead of time. And you still got monster drinks out here talking about you getting skins and guns and stuff in Halo Infinite, the game that ain't got a release date. You are
kind of wild.
you ain't launching.
That's low savage right there.
They're like
you ain't launching
like
at $600.
We know COVID.
Yo, what if both of them was waiting for Nvidia to release their price on their new GPUs, and they're going to come out even cheaper than what the 3070 is?
Nah, I don't think so. No.
I mean, I don't think so, but that'd be great.
3070
that's how competition works. I would love it.
That would be great. Yeah.
What's the 3070? 600, right?
400.
I mean,
$500.
So you think they're gonna match the price, or they're gonna be more expensive than the 3070?
No, I think they'll be 500.
I think they'll be 500. I think, and I said this last night, I think that both companies are hoping that the other goes 600 so they can undercut them.
Let me ask you guys, what if this delays because it's like, man, this thing is like, imagine this. Like, let me just create this scenario for you guys.
Here we go.
All right, they're behind the scenes.
I knew he was about to do the voice because he got all low.
Deeper. Okay, yeah. I'm with this. Story time, guys.
I can't. Oh my. Well, all right, let me get it straight. They're at the board meeting behind the scenes. They're in the middle of a pandemic. They know what's going on. What do we do? How much do we price these consoles at? Well, we know we're going to price them at $600. So we got to prolong this announcement as much as possible because people are going to lose their shit. I think I'm telling you, I'm starting to think this thing's going to be 600. I'm starting to lean to what Forte's saying.
No.
Wait, let me just explain though. Because what is the hesitation here? We've had
the hesitation is that they don't want to mess up a potential advantage.
What advantage?
If they go first and they want to be $500, what if their competitor was like, oh, well, damn, I was about to go 600, but since you went 500, I'm just gonna go 500 with you. You just lost an opportunity to undercut your competition because whenever you drop that price, you can't change that price for like 6 months.
Forte.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I don't know, man. I hear what you're saying. I just get this weird.
It doesn't sound crazy now when you get this close to the end.
It's so crazy.
It's like, like
it's not that hard to figure out, man. If you really kind of look at how the tea league is going, I mean, Microsoft is doing everything that the media knocked them for, and just not running out there. You know what I'm saying? They got knocked on price, they got knocked on power, they answered all these different things. So there's like, we ain't going first. because we're
Look,
not.
man, this what I think. I think Microsoft is willing. Microsoft doesn't. I don't even think Microsoft cares about what the price of the X is. I think
that's not true.
I think they want to. No.
They would have
Listen. When I say they don't care, I mean I think they're willing to let that thing go out the door at $600. Only if Sony gets theirs go out at $600. I don't. If Sony comes out and says $600, I think Microsoft will leave theirs at $600 because for them that will bring an even more bigger value to their cheaper option, which is the S. You're talking about a $300 difference in delta between the systems because at that point, we all know the S is going to be the number one selling system overall anyways. And if they price their Elite system at a $600 price, they'll still sell it, but they know they have a cushion there for $300 difference. And that actually brings a little bit more value to the higher end system because you're looking at it like that thing must be incredible. Because what do we say? If it's only $100 difference in the system, then what's the real difference? But you're going to argue something different, Slow-Mo, because you don't want to lose the argument. So go ahead.
I'm arguing something different because if they feel like they haven't told people what that Series S price is,
they haven't even talked about the Series S.
They haven't even announced it yet. So
because they're not going to talk about.
Can I finish? Thank you.
I just said, go ahead, sir.
Well, you've been talking. All right, so if they raise the price to $600, they're just going to raise the price for the Series S another $100 because why not? You didn't know it was going to be $300. Now it's $400. It's still $200 cheaper than the competition. You're still going to be the cheapest console on the market. You just getting an extra $100 out of people that buy it.
Okay, well, $400 is still a difference.
That's what all I'm saying is that like they wouldn't just be like, hey, that's even better. We got a $300 gap between. No, they're not doing that.
They're
just going to raise that.
I agree with that. I agree
other than $100.
They could easily do that too. But I'm just trying to tell you, Slow-Mo, the closer we get to this inevitability happening of you losing. Well, we didn't even bet on this one. I should have bet you on it. But overall, I just think Microsoft only cared if they can get that system low. If Microsoft really, truly wanted to, they could just say $400 and this whole conversation be over with. Do we think Sony is going to release the PS5 at $400?
No.
Do we think they're going to take that big of a loss? No. Microsoft will probably do it, but guess what? Microsoft don't want to do that. Microsoft don't want to do that.
If Sony was doing $400, they would have been told us.
They would have been said it. So that lets you know that it's either going to be $500 or $600. And guess what? $500 has been a going rate for Xbox for the whole entire generation. So all of a sudden they don't want to say something because they're saying like our system's always been $500. So everybody will be good with that. But all of a sudden they don't care. I mean, they don't want to say it. That's why they don't want to say it, is because they don't want Sony to come out and undercut them, first of all. Second of all, I think Sony thinking the same thing. Dude, our system is $600 and we don't know if Microsoft wants to go at $500 because they have a cadence for doing $500. Everybody knows these systems aren't going to be $400. So the price point that Sony likes to have is non and void for their high-end system. Now their digital system, that's going to be $399. Or $399 or $499. What's the price of that high-end system? And that's the sticking point for Sony, because guess what? The last time Sony released a console at $600, in their mind, they know exactly what happened.
Forte, you got to understand too that there's no difference between the digital or the disc.
I agree with that. I agree. I don't know. I don't even know how
to be honest with you. You guys saying 400 is out the ballpark, but I disagree with you guys.
It's $100 difference for whatever the top system is. That's all I'm saying. I said the digital system at the cheapest is going to be $400. That's what I think at the cheapest.
Yeah, I feel like digital is going to be 400, and I feel like the physical is either 450 or 500. If it's not 450 and it's 500, then it's going to be $50 difference with the digital and the physical version. I think Xbox might just come out as 400 for their console, because I do feel that these graphic cards. I feel like these graphic cards definitely is going to sway. I mean, the price is already set at the end of the day, but I do feel like these graphic cards that came out, especially that at this cheap, is definitely going to sway a lot of people on what console, choose console or PC, right? But PlayStation and Xbox already knows that. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Xbox got PC side of things or so, but they still want to sell Xboxes too. Well, that's what I would think. I know Phil Spencer said differently, but PlayStation definitely want to sell consoles. PlayStation definitely want to sell consoles. PlayStation wants you to be in PlayStation ecosystem. So having it at 600, that's a death sentence. At the end of the day,
you talk about the 600?
Yeah, PlayStation 5 at 600 is a death sentence.
Just because it was a death sentence one time doesn't mean it's going to be a death the second time.
Nah, not with these graphic cards. That is $500 for more of the for better performance.
But the people,
but that's always been the case, though.
That's beneficial to people that don't want to buy a PC, though. Y'all keep thinking just because they want to spend $600 on a console that equates to a PC. A PC takes a lot more money to get into. You're thinking about a graphics card that costs that price. We're talking about a whole goddamn system that you can play and just put a disc in or just download something and not have to do anything else. The price of entry and the barrier entry is so much smaller that people don't want to have to do that on PC. So
Forte,
go ahead.
The difference is with a PS3, the PS3 was the top of the line hardware at that time when it came out.
It was
$600 pushing a media format, all that bells and whistles in the PS3. That was the hardware to get. PS5 coming out is not the hardware to get. You know what I mean? You're not going to be out here talking about $600 for this hardware, regardless of how much you got to update and put whatever into to all the components.
Barry, are you going to walk into a Barry if the system's $600? Are you going to buy it?
Absolutely.
Barry, are there going to be PlayStation 5s on shelves the day before Christmas, Barry, at $600?
No, yeah, there won't be. I think it will sell out, but it won't sell how they want it to sell.
Yeah, that first shipment will sell out for the people that can't wait, and they will actually probably spend $1,000 on a PS5 because that's how much of how hardcore a gamer they are, and that's how ingrained in the PlayStation ecosystem that they are. But after that first shipment.
Yeah, that's the seller.
That's when that price is going to hurt because the other people who you're going to get some people who couldn't find any, and then they'll get some. But then the ones who was just like $600, you lost your mind. All right, I'll wait.
Well, you say that now,
and those are the ones that would have likely have picked it up at $500 or $400 in February.
Yeah,
but that's when it's going to start seeing it on shelves. And then Sony's gonna start looking at themselves like we may have made a mistake here.
PlayStation looking at a lot of demand right now for PlayStation 5 at $600. Yeah, you're gonna still sell your 3 million, but that demand of that 10 million where they got to push out the 10 million by March.
That's
not gonna hit right there.
They'll sell them all.
Yeah,
they'll sell them all. Just saying.
Hey, real quick, guys, gonna get some super chats. Aluid Maladi Raji with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Says as long as Apple doesn't support Game Pass is in doubt. It's a platform they don't control, but Apple dominates the mobile moolah. Let's see here. We got JD Gamer with a $5 super chat. Has just joined. Which graphic cards are each of you on the panel getting? I'm waiting to see what AMD has. I don't know. We're kind of undecided on that. Jay, I think most of us are leaning into 3070 or 3080.
There's a lot of conversation just to be able to think about going later. Like I actually thought about that as like there's a chance that when Nvidia announces their stuff that because there's a huge price point that's missing between that 3080 and that 3090. There's $800 missing in there. Don't tell me that there's not a 3080 Super or a 3080 Ti that's on the book.
Yeah.
At some point. So it's almost at a point where I'm thinking like you almost better off just letting these cards come out and run their course for the initial run and see what's going to happen after the holidays when AMD finally brings out their stuff because you'll get an even better deal, especially only if you're going high end. If you're going mid tier like 3070, you're not going to get really better than that. Even if the 3060 comes out, I think the 3070 will still be a better value. But when it comes to like the 3080, I would kind of wait. That's what I'm weighing right now. Wait and see what happens over the next 6 months because you might get an even better deal with the graphics cards that come out after that.
Yeah. Real quick, got another super chat from DD Lee. $2 super chat. Thank you, DD. Says, you're going to bet your life on that Forte.
I bet Slow-Mo's life on it every day.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Every day.
My life is not yours to bet, sir. Bet
I
your
am
own
loose-
life
I am
on
loose-
your
I am-
own bad
Slow-Mo,
takes.
Slow-Mo, what is your desires? I am Lucifer. I am looking you in your eyes.
Okay,
Oh,
whoa.
wow.
Hey,
Okay.
The whole nother.
Hey, I just did a cross real quick.
Exactly.
Shut up, Mari.
Wait, B said, where are we going? Hey, B, what happened? What is going on here?
I don't know, man.
But Forte, you should know the release date at least by now, man.
I think Slow-Mo knows a lot.
That man
more
on
than
us,
me.
he
Forte.
under some NDAs.
I think Forte's under some
I
NDAs.
cannot confirm or deny that I know things.
Forte, you seem pretty confident that's $600, which leads me to believe you know something.
Well, I was confident in $600 a year ago. So what's the difference?
He was also confident that the Xbox Series X was going to outsell the PS5 and the Switch this holiday.
Sir,
He was talking that tough talk, man.
No, I was talking that tough talk because they said that they had limited supply. But what happened when Sony came out and said
You said that a year ago before they even said they had.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
He had his green hoodie on that day.
No, I
So,
Exactly.
I need you to go back and check the records, bro. I said that when they came out and said that they were going to have limited stock, and my whole argument was the fact that Microsoft didn't say that.
Forte, when did Sony say they was going to have limited
I
stock?
don't know when the hell they said
That
it.
was this year. That was this year. Brad Panel. When did Forte start talking about Xbox outselling PlayStation?
This year.
That was last year.
No, that was last year.
No, last year was when I talked about the price. This year
was
you said it was going to outsell.
It was December. December when he started saying that.
Okay, so towards the end when they announced
No, they did not.
Towards the end. Oh my God.
Try his best.
You know what? Continue this show.
Sony has said nothing about anything. At that point, they hadn't even mentioned the PS5. Or they did, but they didn't even say the name PS5. They had said nothing about the actual name and nothing about what they were going to do. When you were out there talking about, you know what's going to happen with all these SKUs, and then they're going to keep the old ones out there. They're going to be dirt cheap.
Oh, no, Xbox, I didn't. Oh, no. Definitely ain't gonna put that on me, Slow-Mo, because I was the one that told you. No, you ain't gonna put that on me because I'm the one that told you that those systems weren't gonna be available to buy. And you were like, oh, what are you trying to say? They're not gonna have none of those systems, no Xboxes, no PS5. I said, no, they're gonna discontinue all of these systems because I said
you realize how
All right, let's.
I am the keeper of all the bad takes that you make.
Okay.
All
right,
you are also the most forgetful person that I know. So
Forte, Slow-Mo. All right, let's
going in, man. They going in.
Yeah. Jay, I see you going. I see you having some fun in the chat, and it's interesting because someone respond to you, Jay Barry, that. It's funny when I see people say PS5 will be underpowered. I'm like, what does that have to do with good games? Like we see good games on underpowered systems. The PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch. You know, I mean,
how is the PS5 underpowered? Did they show Halo Infinite running?
Wow. Okay. Wow. I wasn't going there, Jay. But
can I speak from the heart for a second?
Yeah,
because I don't understand. I don't understand how people are still hyping up hardware when you saw Halo Infinite, then you saw no games running on the actual hardware. You know what I mean? What are you hyping up? You just hyping up, spreadsheets? With a PS5, you actually seeing tangible evidence that this is a next gen leap up.
Do people ever hype up ingredients before they eat food? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Oregano is bomb.
Oh man, that oregano is going to be bomb in that pizza.
I can't wait to make these pancakes, and then your shit is burned up. You know what I mean? Like, we gotta put things in perspective for a second here, man. I'm not even trying to bash Xbox or nothing like that, but let's call a spade a spade. Like I don't know why people are still hyping up the hardware for it.
Wait. Okay, I gotta say something real quick. I don't. I don't like the console war a lot, but I've seen this going around on Twitter, and someone just brought this up in the live chat. This guy basically said, "Have you seen the back of the PlayStation 5?" What?
Have you
What
seen,
does that have to do with anything?
seen the PlayStation 5?
Son, I don't care what the back of the PlayStation looks
We
like.
saw
What does that
games running
matter?
on-
I mean, what?
Back of the PlayStation 5 could look like butt cheeks for all I care. I mean,
These are all things that end up being like smoke and mirror type stuff. Because you remember when like the back of the Series X was leaked in that hotel on the dirty carpet.
Oh shit!
Yep.
And people got all hype, like, "Oh my god, look at the back! What is that slot there? What is that?" Fool, shut up!
Look at those ports.
I'll be honest with you guys. I definitely want to see the back of the PlayStation 5 because I want to see like how many USBs this thing is going to have. You know what I mean? Because one thing I would say that I dislike about the PlayStation 5 is that I play a lot of fighting games, right? And if I have somebody over and we want to use our fight sticks or whatnot, all I see right now is a USB 3.0 and the fast USB, the USB Type C. So how is that going to work with like a fight stick? So I definitely want to see how the back is. If it have like 2 more USBs, that'll be perfectly fine. Also in the tournament scene as well, these things are important. So that's why I would want to see the back of the.
The only thing I want to know about the PS5 in the back of it is the whole upgrade for the SSDs. They haven't
I do want to know about
clarification on that. So until they clear that up and say how that process is going to work, then I'm interested in that portion of it.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have a question for you. Should we have fun with the chat today?
We should.
Of course.
I usually don't.
We always have fun with the chat anyway.
Usually don't really comment on things in live chat per se, but I see some interesting comments. I'm not going to name any names here. One gentleman says PlayStation 5 exclusives will be great, but multi-platform games will suffer. 85% of my games will be multi-plats.
Did you just see Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War reveal? Were you saying, "Oh my God, it's suffering"? Or you was like, "Wow, that looks amazing"?
Barry, are we gonna act? Barry, are we gonna act like that? That's not gonna look better on another system, though.
No, I am gonna act like that because I saw Halo Infinite.
Well, I saw Halo Infinite, but I also saw Halo Infinite too, and I also been telling people that 343 is worthless.
You are not seeing anything third party. Why? You're not even seeing the third party games running on Series X. Why are we saying that it's going to?
So Barry, without me seeing this system, are you about to just tell me? We could put a bet on this. Are you about to tell me that games are going to look better on PlayStation?
I'm not going to say that games are going to look better on PlayStation. I'm going to say that.
So we can't. So just stick to the first party games. Then don't talk about the third party ones. Stick to the first.
I'm saying this. You will have to wait and see because currently you're not seeing any first party, and currently you're not even seeing your own third party deals.
Look, so, having owned Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro, I can tell you this generation at least. Maybe this changed next generation, but third party doesn't look drastically better on the Xbox One X.
No,
there was a lot of games that got better. It looked better on PS4 Pro.
Yeah, and again,
according to everybody's favorite.
I agree.
People.
Yeah, there was maybe 1 or 2 games I can think off the top of my head, like Red Dead Redemption 2 looked like better than on Xbox One X and PlayStation 4 Pro. It did, but there's that comes down to the resources and time that developers have to really tap into these consoles. Yeah, and so, but look, to the person who's saying performance about third party, if your concern is about performance, sir, of multi-platform games, you should not be playing on your Series X. You should be looking at one of Nvidia's new 3000 series GPUs. I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Talk that talk.
Enrique, man, you got a super chat and the picture is showing up on Streamlabs. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Flappy 101. Yeah, I'm gonna Flappy 101 with a $2 super chat. Oops, I just missed out. Grid and post up asking for PS5's back. Paul's what? I don't know. What? I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah.
Elaborate in the chat, sir.
Yeah. What's up, Gaming with Persona? We had Gaming with Persona on a couple braps ago. Yeah, good dude, man. $2 super chat says big shout out to my boy Barry. What's up, Gaming with Persona? Great to see you in the live chat, sir.
That's the other half of What's Up PlayStation, man. You know what I mean?
That's a great show, man.
Yeah, it's a great show, man. Yeah,
y'all be getting real close to trying to, because I know y'all try to keep it super professional PlayStation. There's a couple of times I know y'all be wanting to go in, but y'all be holding it in. I be listening to it, bro. He was like, man, I want to, you say, oh, I want to say something, but I'm
just say quiet. It, Jay.
Nah, Persona would definitely let me know. It's like, yo, Barry, nope.
No, man, Persona all about keeping. He all about keeping that show 100% PlayStation, and I understand
100%. But nah, we just want to create something for PlayStation where it's not like a console war thing. It's just like all PlayStation news, you know. So,
oh yeah, it's a great show. I like it. I love it.
Here we go. Here's another. I'm having fun tonight with the live chat. Another guy says console performance between the PS5 and Xbox Series X. Xbox Series X is going to outperform and keep up with PC cards. What PC cards specifically? Not the 30 series, not the 3000 series.
This is why Xbox guys get roasted, man.
They already been lapped, man. Ain't even out yet.
Yeah, just relax, guys. Yo, Series X is gonna be a beast, man. I know I'm joking around and saying Halo Infinite is gonna be a beast, but just relax. Keep it in consoles. Go at me. Come at me. Don't come at the PC guys. All right.
I just don't like it. I read this stuff and I laugh. I think it's hilarious. It's like, why? What? Like what? Like what is? I don't know. Maybe it's like I don't know.
No, you're rational. That's
wait. Well, this guy says it has DLSS and other tech assets, like the 3000 series doesn't have any of the.
I think all the consoles do that.
What is going on? Like what?
Take a second and read, my guy.
Yo, like what? Like what? Like,
look, man.
Yo, did you guys see the breaking news?
About what?
Twitch will now support 1440p and 120 frames per second in the next upcoming update. Getting ready for the next generation of consoles.
Oh, so, they stepped up they stream game. Let's go.
Yeah, they're stepping it up, man. So that's good news.
You definitely want to play on PC now.
Yes, sir. Yes,
stream out.
Actually, you can play anywhere and do that. Yeah. That's just me capping.
Yeah. Hey guys. All right. So great conversation by the way regarding pricing. I'm looking forward to Slow-Mo singing bug snacks and streaming bug snacks because I think that's going to happen.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Look, Gamescom was last week.
Yes.
And Sony PlayStation 5. Man, let me tell you something. They have kicked off next generation, in my opinion, with the showing of Ratchet and Clank, the new Ratchet and Clank. And I got to say, guys, I was thoroughly impressed. Like, I was like, this is a next generation game. Like, the one thing that really stood out to me was just the amount of assets and things that were loading on screen at once. It was nuts. And I was blown away by it. Blown away. And I'm like,
that screen was busy, man. That screen was very busy over there.
Yeah, it was. And you couldn't get that on this gen, like these current gen consoles. You do that, you're gonna have Red Ring of Death all over again. Your shit's gonna catch on fire.
Will blow up, man. It's loud enough as it is, man.
You think exactly, B. You think your PS4 Pro sounds loud when you're playing Ghost of Tsushima?
Last of Us.
Yeah, you'd have fire shoot out the back of your PS4 Pro if the new Ratchet Clank was playing.
That thing be like a hot rod, boy.
Pow!
Backup heater for your house.
The gameplay was definitely. A lot of people didn't understand what the gameplay was for some strange reasons. It's like, why are they showing the same thing? Well, they did explain it's going to be extended, uncut gameplay.
Oh my god!
But that was cool though, because now that we saw everything, it was not cut up, it wasn't edited, it was just straightforward, and we saw what led up to the original gameplay. So I remember when Ratchet and Clank got first shown, and a lot of people were saying, no, that's like that's not real gameplay when he's warping through the worlds or going through the dimensions. That's not gameplay. He's not controlling that. You can't control that. And this demo to shut everybody up right there. It's like, oh.
I don't know why people keep doubting Insomniac. I don't get it. I don't understand why.
Hey, wait,
Slow-Mo. They put no respect on Insomniac name, man.
Sure don't.
Slow-Mo, real quick, man. Go check out the live chat.
Oh yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's exactly what I said. Live
chat. Check out the live chat with the 3070 comment. You see it?
What?
3070 having less VRAM.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Hey,
All
look,
right, that's good. I saw that. But then, all right. So I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay. So
Oh man,
yeah, go ahead,
It
man.
was beautiful gameplay, man. That game it got updated too. It got updated like they added more ray tracing reflections, more detail in that stuff as well. I don't know if you guys went as detailed as I did, where you look at Ratchet's pupil and you see the reflection off his eyeball. Like it was ridiculous, man, how detailed that gameplay was, and it obviously it looks fun to play. You know what I mean? Always Ratchet and Clank, the gameplay as itself doesn't really change it in itself, other than like the guns and new mechanics and stuff like that. But the gameplay looked fun. Everything looks real smooth, and also you're getting a 60 frames per second for those frame rate guys. It's a no brainer to pick this one up, man. Super excited for it, man.
No, it definitely looked great. Yeah, somebody in the live chat says, why are you impressed by Ratchet when you saw it 2 months ago? Same trailer, but with 30 seconds extra footage. Well, that's why I was excited, because I got to see more footage of the game.
How 30 seconds extra footage when the gameplay is like 8 minutes? I don't get that.
Well, I think he's being facetious, but yeah, I mean, that's why it was, because it was a longer trailer. I mean, that's, and I'm a gamer. I don't know.
God damn, for real.
I don't know what happened, Forte.
No, I said, God damn, for real. That's what you gonna say?
What's that?
He said, I don't know, man. I'm a gamer.
I mean, why? I mean, right?
That's the Twitter answer right there. I'm a gamer.
Yeah, because I'm a gamer. Like, I mean, that's why I'm excited. I mean, shit. The trailer could have been like 10 seconds longer. It's more gameplay footage.
That's true.
That's all I care about. But yeah,
one thing I noticed too is that how the start screen, it just instantly loaded in your game.
I love that.
The start screen pretty much showed like the last place where you left off. I'm thinking it's going to be like a dynamic kind of a start screen depending on where you left off in the game, and that was just beautiful to see as well, man. Just like comparing in this generation to what we just saw from that uncut gameplay, big difference right there, man.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree with what Slomo was saying though about Insomniac just being a super talented studio. I mean, he made a great video.
That was if you haven't checked it out, go check out his video, man. That was a very, very well done video about Insomniac and how they are more than likely Sony's best studio as of right now, just because of diversity
of that studio. Yeah.
Well, that's why I try to tell people. I was like, dude, do you realize that studio gave you 5 IPs this generation, maybe more, and they're starting the next generation with 2 IPs, and they're working on the third one. By the time this generation is up, they could probably have produced 5 or 7 or 8 different IPs in different genres.
They are unmatched.
That reboot to Resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are unmatched in speed and versatility while maintaining the same level of quality that you would expect from a AAA studio. And there really aren't any of the studios that can do it like that and also do it on custom engines. Because most of the developers, if they have to do their own engine, it takes much longer in order to get it done. So their process is amazing. You gotta tip your hats on.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, their output is definitely amazing, man. And to have that type of output with the quality of games that they're putting out, they're definitely up there as one of their best studios for sure. Top 2, top 3, maybe.
Yeah.
And the thing with them too, man, is like you never know what else they may have like in the pipeline, as far as like a new IP.
Yeah.
They definitely seem to like to try to push themselves to something new, as well.
Yeah.
So
That studio has like almost like an open door policy for other developers within the studio. If they have a great idea for the game, they all know that it's welcome to pitch that. And if it's a good idea, they run with it. So it's like a think tank of creative ideas there, and that's really unusual and rare these days. I think You're right. I mean, they could come out with a new Resistance at any point. You just don't know it. It's or a brand new IP, because literally every generation. I guess if you want to call Spider-Man a new IP for them, this version, every generation of PlayStation they've launched a brand new IP.
Mm-hmm.
And so
we don't talk about Fuse though.
And I was looking forward to that game too.
We all talk about that game, man.
That's probably like their one game that's like, you know what, you guys kind of messed up here.
But I think that one game helped propel them into knowing what their limitations were and how they needed to fix them. And I think that helped them, because ever since that game, everything they pretty much released has been banger after banger, hitting on all cylinders. Even though Sunset Overdrive didn't sell a lot,
that quality game.
That game was phenomenal. I loved it.
Yeah, it was a great game. I
didn't like the mission structure, but the gameplay was really fun in Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah.
And
the humor was awesome. It was really funny.
Yeah, it was. And Sony owns that game now, so don't be surprised if you see Sunset Overdrive 2 later this generation. Wouldn't surprise me.
I hope so.
And I think they could really help propel some of the stuff with PlayStation VR, because they've got some talent in that VR area as well. So, PlayStation could be looking to, kind of make some AAA IP in that space. So I look for them there as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great point, B. And by the way, if you guys haven't checked out Slow-Mo's video about Insomniac Games, definitely check it out, because it was well thought out. Just great video on the developer. I mean, they are super talented for sure. So, what other thing, guys, I wanted to talk about before we wrap up the show here in a little bit. Ubisoft had tweeted out that or stated that the PlayStation 5 would not be supporting, PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3 backwards compatibility games. Had since retracted that statement. And I'll go to you, Jay Barry, first. What do you think, man? Do you think that there's something to be said for them kind of retracting that statement, and that maybe in fact the PlayStation 5 will support backwards compatibility going all the way back to the PlayStation 1? Or do you think in fact that maybe they're right, and maybe they jumped the gun ahead and maybe revealing that, and maybe Sony reached out to them and said, hey, you guys shouldn't have done that? What do you think, man?
Yeah. I think the technology is there for them to do it, because there was actual patents that came out for them to run it in like the cloud or something like that. But I don't think it's going to be something that's going to be available day one. So that's probably why the statement was there, and then the retraction came. It's like, oh, you actually probably can do this, but you're not just ready to announce it yet, so we're going to retract that. But at the end of the day, personally, I don't really care too much for the PS3, PS2, PS1 backwards compatibility. Would it be nice to have it there on PlayStation 5? Absolutely. But personally, I'm more worrisome with the PS4 stuff being there backwards compatible, because this whole generation I've been digital. So that would be cool to have that library come over with a PS5, regardless if I'm not going to play them or not. You know what I mean? It will still be cool just to say, okay, I have that there. But it'll be nice that PlayStation would do it, because that is a lot of games that people can go back to and play it. I don't know if it's going to be as advanced as how Xbox is doing it, where they're updating their older games with HDR and all that stuff in there. But it will be a cool little novelty thing to have the PS1, PS2, PS3 games there on PS5. That's the political side of me speaking. But personally, I don't really care.
I want to kind of like tag team on what Jay's saying there. Like, I think PS4, they definitely got to get that part in there, right? Because that is just that's the point going forward, right? If they can deliver the PS3 portion, that's great too. But people got to really put in perspective when they get down to PS2, PS1, how much further out that was versus like say where like OG Xbox titles and even 360 titles, being able to readily grab, some of those titles. Even some of the 360 titles are hella expensive depending on what it was, right? So if for people to kind of think they want to be able to pop a PS1 disc into a PS5 and have it run, it's like you also got to think about how readily available that is. To just like on the aftermarket to go out and grab some of those games, especially some of the most popular games. Some of those run a pretty nice penny too. You know? Yeah. So again, if they can get it through in some way like an emulation, or even if they have it up for people to purchase, because I know that'll be like a whole thing too, where people might be upset, I got to go buy this, I can't just pop it in. It's like, well, good luck going to find it. You know? But if that's something that they can get in there, like Jay Barr said, that's like an added thing. But I almost think at times too, people kind of have to put in perspective. Again, Microsoft delivered, their BC for a particular reason. That isn't necessarily Sony's focus, but yeah, if you can get it there, that's a nice little boom. But I think people put too much comparison back and forth on it, in my opinion, anyway.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, that's a great point, E. And I will say this: if anyone's interested in older games, PC has you covered there too. Emulators, but I'll leave it at that. So I had to throw that in there. B, man, any thoughts on this, man?
A lot of people are talking about like the whole, being able to pop in your old disc or whatever, but I think they're going to do something a little different. I think PlayStation Now is going to be revamped, and you'll be able to download all those games from the PlayStation Legacy. So everything from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 4 will become available for download, and I think that's kind of their answer to getting those legacy titles out there available, and they don't really have to piss off the customer about trying to go out and find them and buy them on aftermarket storefronts and things like that. And I think just based on what the patent kind of showed, if you looked at it, it showed the console running and legacy in like a legacy way. So if you were playing a PlayStation game, it made the console run like it was a PS1. You know what I mean? The same thing, going all the way through the generation. So I think that's something they're probably working on and trying to get it right for the back end. I think that also would be a benefit to them, since they went to Microsoft to use some of the cloud infrastructure. So yeah. I think it's not going to be the backwards compatibility that people think, but it'll definitely be there eventually.
Yeah, PlayStation Now, for $60 a year gives you access to like 800 games. A lot of those games are older PlayStation games, right? I forget how far do they go back? Do they go back to PlayStation 1, or is it just PlayStation 2?
Yeah, they have some the PS1 classics on there.
Okay.
The thing is with PS Now, it's not like PlayStation 1 games. So with the PS4, they redid PS2 games. So it's not like the original, file. When it's like a reversion of it where they added trophies and they upped the res and all that stuff to it. So those are the games that's on there. The ones that they redid. That's on PS Now.
Okay.
They still haven't lived up to their promise with PS1, PS2 games being there. They should add the Vita games as well, or PSP.
I don't think they're gonna do that, I think they're only gonna make that happen when they finally make it all digital for you to do it.
Yeah, and I think the reason why they also gonna use PlayStation Now is because they're selling two different versions of the console. So if you lock out people from being able to do it because they went digital, and you're charging them more, $100 more or whatever the case is to get the other console. It's kind of shitty. So that's another reason why I think they're going to, do it digitally.
Yeah. So I think it's important, and me and Slumbo actually talked about this yesterday, and I think it's important for a few reasons, but it's not for everybody. Now, I feel like when you were talking about last generation, 360 PS3, not so much of an important thing because most of the libraries were still like 10 to 15% were digital. Everybody still had a lot of ownership in their games and stuff. So if they decided to go to the next generation, they could trade that stuff in, do it, or give it to somebody else. That stuff they were tied to it, but they could get rid of if they want to. I always see people talking about the differences in what's going to happen next generation. Like, why is a person that's been on PlayStation the whole generation going to come to Xbox? They have a huge library of games that's over there. Why would they want to leave that? And vice versa for Xbox. And the reason I think this is very important is because if you can't take this stuff with you in the digital age, why are we even buying digital games at that point? Because at a certain point, you're just giving them money to basically say at a later date, when you move on from this platform, I don't have access to my stuff no more, but you want me to buy majority of my stuff digitally from you. It is not that I'm buying PlayStation 4 games or Xbox One games. I'm buying games through a service like Xbox Live. This is where these games are being housed at. PS Now, the PS Network. These are where these games are being held at. So when I go to the next generation, you're not changing the name of these stores. You're not saying that I'm buying from a completely different PlayStation store. I should be able to still take these games forward with me. I should be able to log in and see a giant library of games over the course of the play time I've been on PlayStation or on Xbox. And I just feel like, especially being a person that's been on PC the whole time, I don't have to worry. I don't even have to think about that. I don't even have to think. I can switch out PCs, go build a completely different one, log in on my laptop, and my Steam library is going to be there. My Epic library is going to be there. But when I go to console, it's like for some strange reason, 60 to 70% market share is digital, but we're okay with just giving our games and saying, well, my games, I don't care. I don't want to play old games no more. It doesn't matter if I want to play old games no more. There's 100 and something games on Steam that I've never launched a day in my life. I just bought them because they were super discounted in price. But guess what? I would be pissed if I logged in and half my Steam library was missing. And that's what we should be doing on console. It's just my mindset on it. I don't have to have it to be. I don't have to have it be a staple of the next generation, but it should be an option for you when the next generation starts. That's how I feel about backwards compatibility in general.
I'm gonna say this. Speaking to somebody who's been playing through Mass Effect 2 on PC, a game that came out in 2009. Backwards compatibility has a place, and I think all gamers, all people who call themselves gamers and been gaming for a while, can can point to certain games they played through the years that it doesn't matter how it looks now. It doesn't matter how it performs. If you can get it on a particular platform, you're going to get it and you're going to play it because it's more than nostalgia for you. Right. It's a kind of game that resonates with you on a personal level that no one else can really quantify or put a finger on it. That game for me is Chrono Trigger, Knights of the Old Republic, Mass Effect 2. Those three games, doesn't matter where it is, I'm gonna play it. I hate mouse and keyboard, but I'm playing that game on mouse and keyboard because the controls for the game had no controller support when it came out. But overall, there is a massive amount of nostalgia that when people say, man, I gotta have that backwards compatibility, that's cool for one generation. And maybe you will go back and play some of those games. I play probably Until Dawn every year with my wife. So I probably expect that next year when I get my PS5, I'll play that with her again too. But some of these other games, people be capping for some of these games, man. Look, some of these other games, you go back to, oh my God, the first Fable. Oh man, Jade Empire.
Yeah.
Oh man, that first Resistance game. Oh yeah. Go back and play it.
You boot them things up, man. You be out of there in an hour.
Be out of there. Well, now 15 minutes.
Arena Toshinden.
I thought I wanted to play Final
Toshinden
Fantasy.
was just what I was about to say that too. The freaking shit, man. That game looked like my son put that together on his Chromebook. Look, these games now, some of them did not age well, and you have this level of nostalgia because at the time it was great for its time.
Right.
Some of the all this capping for backwards compatibility, it's a great feature. It's great to have because, as I said, everybody got that 1 or 2 games, and everyone's 1 or 2 games ain't the same games. So it's good to have that available. But let's take it down a notch. It ain't that serious. Like, it's not to the level of, hey, I gotta have it because I'm playing these old ass games all the time. Nah, it's not like music where you just, you check out of the new generation's music because that's just some trash, and the old stuff keep you going. That's not how gaming is. So eventually, some of these games, like more than 80% of them, you never gonna go back to. You find out, oh, that's available through backwards compatibility now. You buy it digital for $8. You download it, and you probably don't even boot it up because you're too busy playing something that just came out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, am I lying?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's a great point.
Like, what I said the other day, man, I said, and I want to actually agree with what Forte was saying. It is true when it comes to the PC side of it, but the way people act right now, and they talk about it when it comes to the console side, is as if backwards compatibility was invented this generation.
Yeah.
And you had consoles that were doing it. It was more so done on the hardware side, and I know on 360, Microsoft was emulating it. But I say this again, if it was something that people were all gung-ho about and really utilized, they would have put those features in from day one on the current generation consoles. That's kind of how I look at it, because again, those features were there, but you just didn't hear people talk about it as much. Yeah, people probably used it, but they probably had the data that looked back and said, well, why are we doing this when people aren't really utilizing it that much?
That's what they said for the PS4.
Yeah, and I will still maintain, maybe maybe Microsoft would have gotten there, but I still maintain what they did was out of a necessity to fill a gap in a lack of library. For in a time period for them, to kind of satiate and say, okay, well, we're not really delivering on that, on that first party game front, so we give you access to your library. Again, that might have been something that might have been in their plan down the road or along the hall or whatever, but I got a feeling they kind of got pushed up and they figured it out for a reason. We can speculate and we can ask, would that have been as prevalent if they were delivering, on that front as like their competitors were? Don't know. But the fact of the matter is people need to stop capping and acting as if it was just invented and it's the most important thing ever, when I still don't think it's the most important thing to people. I think it is a benefit, like Somo said. It's a great thing to have access to for those games that you have, for those games that you do want to go back and revisit. But I would say I think the majority of people probably are playing newer stuff.
It's a cherry on top.
Yeah, it's a cherry on top, but it's not the end all be all. But it's a thing that I mean, I think now there's more of a spotlight on it, and it's definitely something that you kind of look into and you have an answer for. But I see people kind of go into this whole thing of worrying about what the competitor's doing when it comes to backwards compatibility.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's funny because, like you said, like BC is not a new concept. It's been happening for quite some time now, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's just been amplified even more. And I think most of it's just console war stuff, man. Where people are just amplifying it, and because one console, maybe that's the thing that they're choosing to focus on because they don't have the bangers per se. They don't have a lot of first party stuff coming out. They're a different position than their competitors, so that's kind of the I guess their pitch, if you will. And and people are going to as we've seen on the Twitters, console war about things like that, man, and bring that stuff up. But I do want to go to super chat here with Gaming Persona with the $2 super chat. It says, where's the energy for Nintendo, SNES, and Wii U?
Same could be said for the Switch. Hey, you want them backwards compatible games? Guess what? $60. Or
right?
You can pay for our subscription to play the old games. What you want to do?
Nobody bring that up with the Switch. Everybody was like, yo, Switch, Zelda, yo, Mario. You know what I mean? They don't talk about all the games they bought on the Wii U or the Wii, you know, or even before that. Now Nintendo's charging you $20 a year so you can play the old school games. That's on Nintendo and Super Nintendo. And nobody really complained, but when it comes to PlayStation, it's like everybody catches a hissy fit.
Mm-hmm. And Nintendo flipped that script because from, with Wii U, you had Wii backwards compatibility. The initial Wii units had GameCube backwards compatibility in them. Yep. And they still did a virtual console. And Nintendo's like, again, they probably seeing that people weren't really using it. And they're like, and if they really want it, we can charge them for it.
Yeah.
That's kind of how it looked,
Yeah.
And they were backwards compatible with most of their handheld units, except until they got to the Switch.
Nintendo about to go into a new generation, next 2 years, and they probably not gonna have back BC with the Switch. And nobody gonna bat an eye. Nobody gonna bat an eye.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true, man. Real quick, guys, I want to do this giveaway. So we're gonna be doing a
giveaway
Marvel.
Time.
What's that?
I said giveaway time. You got to put a little emphasis in it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
you gotta
giveaway. Yeah, we're gonna giveaway time. Here we go. Woo! Let's do it. All right. So we're gonna be giving away a digital copy of Marvel's Avengers video game, which
amazing game, by the way, amazing game.
Yes, we have. We're not doing the deluxe edition, which you can play now. We're gonna do the Friday retail release edition. So basically what you need to do is whoever wins gets his trivia question correct needs to hit me up on DM on Twitter. You could see, if you guys are watching the podcast right now, you can see my Twitter link or my Twitter handle there in the bottom, the left-hand side, the bottom there of the screen at @BRAP_podcast. So here we go. Let's get hyped. Let's do this. Let's give away this game. And let's see here. Let me get the question up.
You got a question ready?
Yeah, I have this trivia question comes from Bookkeeper of Forte's Bad Takes, aka Slimo Backslab. I love that, by the way, Bookkeeper Forte's Bad Takes. You know what, Slimo? Something tells me I have no doubt that you probably remember many of his bad takes.
Oh yeah, because they were so egregious, and I had the misfortune of being present to hear them. I just couldn't forget them. They're burned in my memory, unfortunately.
Oh, you and Forte got you ever seen Life with Eddie Murphy?
Yes. You guys are like Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence and
back and forth is just like that, bro.
Yeah. Why are you so nasty? Because I'm a nasty. Anyhow, that's a great movie, by the way.
It was very.
All right, here we go, guys. Trivia question. BRAP giveaway time. By the way, we love each and every one of you. That's why we do this. By the way, hit that like button. We have over 200 people watching. Hit that like button. Let's go. Let's get those likes up right now.
Like button, yeah.
Do it now. All right, so here we go. Marvel's Avengers game giveaway. Here is the trivia question. Here we go. Name the original Avengers roster in the comics.
Oh, that's easy. Yo, that is easy.
We'll see who gets it.
You already got the game, Barry. You can't answer.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even need the game, man. I love Avengers, man. That's easy. I guarantee they're not gonna get it though.
Yep, because there's going to be a particular person they're going to add that's not really an original roster member. Already. Hey, somebody got it though.
We have a winner.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, Usman B. Yeah, Usman B's got it.
Yep.
All right, we got Usman B, the winner. Usman, man, congratulations.
Usman B, stay winning, bro.
Yeah, he won. He won the Ghost of Tsushima giveaway.
His
that we
Twitter
did.
finger and his Google skills are unparalleled.
Yes, unparalleled. Yes.
Yo, I'm surprised that's like the first answer. Normally, you will see somebody say, "Oh, Captain America."
Right.
Yes. We saw a couple Iron Mans in there.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to say Captain America. He joined in issue number 4 and not issue number 1. So he wasn't an original member. He replaced the Hulk.
Yep, Ant-Man. So the correct answer is Ant-Man, Wasp, Hulk, Thor, Iron Man. So congratulations to Usman B, who is our winner.
Ant-Man is the originator of a lot of things.
Yeah.
He gets tossed to the wayside, in the recent days.
Yeah, he does. He does. Usman, hit me up on DM so we can coordinate. Someone said Halo wasn't the answer. Oh my goodness.
Craig.
Yeah. Craig's one of the original Avengers.
Craig was always in the background. Imagine that, yo. That would be creepy as hell, yeah.
Craig was always lurking in the background. What would Craig's special powers be if he was a comic book character?
Being ugly. Just being ugly.
Going invisible.
He would distract the villains. They just be like, well, damn.
What is that?
They would just stop fighting and just look at how ugly he is. And then like the Avengers would take him down,
Craig gonna be in one of those group meetings with Wreck-It Ralph.
Exactly. Those AA meetings. We don't get no respect out here, man.
So it's a question: which copy they get in the PC, PlayStation, or Xbox copy?
Well, it's up to Usman.
So
I think
okay.
he gets to choose. Yeah. I think he's got. That's why I went to digital, because that way I can,
Yeah, Usman needs to let us know which copy do you want, Usman.
Oh, I know which copy he's getting. Usman's getting the PlayStation copy.
Got a hell of a backlog coming around Brap, man.
He want that Spider-Man. Okay, I get you. I got you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. There goes PlayStation 4, please. Yeah, Usman, just hit me up on DM.
By the way, Avengers is such a good game. Listen, beta players that barely play the beta. I know a lot of you guys barely play the beta, but you guys like to speak on the beta. This game is beyond the beta. Okay, this game is huge. There's a lot of things to do. They got Ghost of Tsushima type missions in here where each character got like their own like specific tail. Oh man, it's crazy. It's a lot of content in here, man. Three different skill tier lists. Oh, listen, yo, guys, you don't understand. The game is good, and the story is good too, man. It makes sense why the Avengers is beating up on robots. For those people that don't know who MODOK is and AIM and all.
Yeah,
I'll be laughing when I be seeing those. Why is Thor beat up on some robots? All right, okay, man.
Why is Thor beat up? Oh my god.
So, Bart, do you feel like you've been nickel and
it's my bad, B. I just want to ask this quick question. Is Sorcerer Supreme in this too, or is it just MODOK?
Is who? I didn't hear you said.
Sorcerer Supreme from AIM. Is she in it too?
Well, I didn't beat it yet, so I'm not sure. But no, not yet.
All right, my bad. Go ahead, B.
Or she might, I'll shut up.
No spoilers, man.
Hey, the mute, whatever.
Gang, whatever. I almost went there, but the mute gang. I want the mute gang.
Mute gang. They're gonna come after you, Jay. Oh my god, that's hilarious, man.
There's a lot of nods to like if you're a comic fan, you're gonna love this game. There's a lot of nods to a lot of that stuff. That's all I'm gonna say. That if that is spoiling.
Oh wow, we had somebody sharing some bad. I want to give a big shout out to iDizzy, who's moderating for us too, with our other moderators. There was some guy putting some bad shit in there. Thank you, iDizzy, for looking out, man. Appreciate it.
Get that guy. Well, yo, B Money, you said that if it's nickel and diming you, so a lot of people like, I guess they misconstrue what Crystal Dynamics was doing when it comes to like the marketplace and the challenge cards and stuff like that. So the challenge cards is pretty much like a battle pass, like, in Call of Duty or Fortnite, whatnot. And you get offered free rewards or premium rewards. The premium rewards, it takes, you got to unlock those with like credits, and credits, you can buy credits with your real money. But when it comes to the original 6 characters in the game, everything is thus free. So whatever you earn within your challenge card is free. Also, in a challenge card, people don't want to explain this, that the challenge cards you also earn credits. So they would give you 200, 300, 500 credits, whenever you unlock it or whatnot. So by the time you pretty much, level up characters and level up their challenge cards, you're going to have tons and tons of credits. A lot of people get this misconstrued when it comes to the DLC characters. So the original 6 characters in the game, they're only doing that where the premium stuff, you can unlock that for free. But with the DLC, the premium stuff, you have to use your credits to unlock premium rewards within the challenge card. But like I said, you earn credits and you earn all that stuff within the challenge cards itself. If you want to spend money on that stuff with the DLC, like the premium rewards, you could. It costs like 1,000 credits to unlock everything within the challenge card, and you also get that those credits back because, like I said, the challenge cards, they give you credits within there. So it's not like a nickel and dime where, I got to pay money to unlock this outfit or this emote or this and that. It's nothing like that because really and truly just play the game. Like in the beta alone, I maxed out Iron Man challenge card level 40. I almost maxed out Black Widows, and I almost maxed out Kamala Khan. And here you get daily challenges, so you can earn challenge points much quicker. So you have kill 15 enemies with a heroic ability within your daily, and then you have also the weekly where you earn more of challenge points. So it's constant stuff that you earn throughout the game to get your challenge card filled up. So you're constantly earning stuff pretty much in this game. So I don't feel like it's a nickel and dime thing because you don't really have to spend no money. If you really want to spend money, it's pretty much because you don't want to play the game. That's how I look at it. With how they set it up.
Yeah, I've got
a lot like Street Fighter. Then you know what I mean. You go through, get your fight money. You can unlock characters. You don't got to spend the bread if you don't want to.
Yeah, but with Street Fighter, they slowed you down with that fight money. You have to play that game a lot. Which I'm pretty sure anybody that like fighters, you're gonna play the game a lot. But this game right here, you legit have so much ways of earning points towards that challenge card. Like I said, you have the dailies and weeklies, and then you also earning that stuff throughout, playing your regular missions, but it's much slower. But once you do those daily things and those weeklies, you get so much points from it. You get 3 points for the dailies, and you get 11 for the weekly so far. And you're gonna be unlocking stuff, emotes, credits, all that stuff. You're gonna be unlocking. I unlock mad credits, but I used them already to get some emotes.
So for me, I don't think it's terrible. I just think it could have been done better. I just think since like you say, like Bar, you're right. You don't have to spend but the initial battle pass, and you can pretty much recycle that over and over again by just keep playing the game. I hate that I'm saying it, but I like the way how Fortnite did it because they're doing their Marvel season right now, and you buy one season pass or one battle pass, and you unlock all of the Avengers inside that one battle pass. They're like every 10 to 15 levels, you unlock all the different things for those characters. So I felt like they could,
but those kids also still just buy them because they're too impatient to wait to
no exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can just buy them outright, or you can just buy them directly or play the battle pass through. The thing that I think they could have did with this, instead of having 15 different entries of it and you have to complete one to go to the next, then you just pay $10 for one single battle pass, and then as you go through it, you level out one set of characters. Once you start a character, you have to finish it before you can go to the next one. And then you can also at a later time, if you say you're not going to get through all of them, you want to just pay for it. Then they give you an option to pay for it to unlock something if you want to inside that battle pass. But basically by telling you, saying it's 15 different ones, you have to finish this one to get to the next one, because you don't get the credit back in order to buy the next one for free unless you finish the other one. So I thought they should have just made it so it's like one battle pass, buy it. If you want to, go through it faster, you could pay extra money to get through the battle pass itself faster. But I just thought it's just crazy that a game can literally cost you $150 on top of what you already paid. But I'm not surprised, because that's kind of where we've been going for this entire last generation. Microtransactions kind of taking over everything. And when they did say that all the content will be free, like DLC wise, they are going to find a way to monetize it. I just didn't expect them to go like this kind of far with monetizing it, but people are going to still take advantage of it because they're going to want to play the game. They're going to love it. Some people are going to be super impatient and want to, work on 3 or 4 characters at one time. And that's the one thing I don't like about it, is the fact that once you pick something, you're stuck with it unless you either pay money to unlock another one that you can work in conjunction with, or you have to finish one out before you can start the other.
Well, it's better than what Rogue Company did today. So,
what did they do?
What did they do?
Rogue Company announced they did an update today that was supposed to bring back one of their new modes, Extraction, but it didn't actually come back, and they didn't realize it wasn't back in the game until later in the day. I don't know how that happened, but the main thing that people were complaining about is their emotes and skins. One of the skins for one of the rogues is $20.
Hey, Slomo, I don't mean to cut you off. Hey, I gotta run, guys.
All right, bro.
All right.
Take it easy, man.
All right, Chad. Hey, good talking with you guys. Hey, Barry, shout out to you, man. Thanks for coming through.
Barry dropped. I don't know what happened.
Barry dropped. All right.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Oh, there he's back. Jay Barry's back. Yeah, he's back. RD.
Yeah. All right.
Peace out, man. One
I
of
gotta
the
wrap up too, guys.
Yeah. Well, just real quick. High Res Studios is probably going. They made a statement about this, but I don't know how people quite feel about it. But one of the skins is $20. Another one of the skins is $12, and they got 2 other skins that are like $5 each. Also, like, skins for your weapons are like anywhere between $5 to $8, and there's zero as of now, zero way of getting any kind of cosmetic kind of stuff through the currency that you earn by playing the game, which is rogue reputation points. And so a lot of people really upset about that online. I thought that was kind of like a bad move on their part, to at least introduce a battle pass or something to allow people to earn something. They did come out, one of the directors, Scott Gandhi, did come out and say that they are going to use rogue reputation points for something different. And it's going to show up in your player profile, your player personality section that's still locked right now. But so most of the other skins and stuff you're going to have to actually spend actual money for, which would make sense to me if the game was already free to play, which will eventually become free to play. When you're a free to play game like Fortnite, I ain't got a problem with you know, you got keep the lights on somehow. Right. You know, if you're a free game, you do that through, cosmetics. And if I like cosmetic, I will spend that money on it, no problem. But when the game at the current beta phase, although they do give out a lot of keys for it, if you want to play it immediately, you're going to have to spend a minimum $15 to get in. So it's just not the best move, in my opinion. But hey, what the Avengers is doing is at least they are allowing you to grind and be able to earn all that stuff instead of just paying for it up front.
Yeah, interesting. Well, Slomo, thank you for sharing that, man. Appreciate it. Want to give a big shout out to everyone in the live chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Or I should say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for hanging out with us this evening. Really appreciate the support as always. Big shout out to our big winner this evening, Usman B, who won a digital copy of the Avengers game. And we'll give a big shout out to Eric Jackson, who had to leave us. But Jay, man, always a pleasure, Jay Barr, to have you all, man.
Yeah.
By the way, let everyone know where they can find you, man. So
you can find me on YouTube at Jay Barry. On Twitter is JBarry_. Also, every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern time, I co-host a PlayStation podcast called What's Up PlayStation Podcast with my brother, Gaming with Persona. PlayStation centric podcast. We don't want to talk about other platforms like that. That's PlayStation news. So come and check us out if you guys are interested in a podcast like that. But yeah, man, it's been a pleasure. Absolutely, enjoy being on here, man. So, and hopefully everybody will be playing Avengers very, very soon, because if you're not, I'm kicking you in shin. That is all.
Yeah. No doubt, man. Well, Jay, it's always a pleasure having you on BRAP. And I'm gonna have to give Avengers a try. I didn't try the beta, man. I just didn't have time to do it, but I'll check it out.
Listen. Once you're in there, you're addicted. I'm telling you, you're gonna be. Wow. Yeah, it's over.
Okay,
it's over.
All right, I'll have to check it out, man. After this, I'm heading out of town for Labor Day weekend, so I'll probably check it out after
Enrique.
The weekend.
It's OVA. Over.
No doubt, man. No doubt. Forte, let everyone know where they can find you, sir.
Look, man, it's a great show, man. Truly had fun with you guys today. Bar, you already know how I feel about you, man. You're one of the best dudes on both sides. You keep it real. You take our slander and you take it on the chin, but you also give it back out. So I really, truly appreciate you. That's why I consider you a friend. Outside of that, man, it's Gaming Forte everywhere, YouTube, Twitter. Check me out over there. Check me out. Oh, speaking of which, next Tuesday, the show, we will be announcing not the date, but the name of the show over the next day or so. So be on the lookout for that. It will be on my channel this week. It was on Slow Mo's last yesterday. So go check his channel out. Had a really cool conversation about all the stuff that's going on. And outside of that, guys, you guys have a great week, and we'll see you next week for another BRAP show.
No doubt. And then B Money. Let everyone they can find you, sir.
Yo, Enrique was drinking something right there. That's letting y'all know. But go ahead.
He was waiting for me to name like all 50 podcasts, but I wasn't going to do it.
Yeah, you're one of the hardest working men in the business, Forte.
Yeah, you and Slow Mo. The hardest.
Hey, I'm nowhere near this guy's level of.
Wait, Slow Mo, how many shows you gonna be on this week by the time it's up?
Huh?
How many shows you gonna be on this week by the time it's up? 4?
Not as many as you.
4?
You aren't you going to be on 6?
No.
Okay, thank you.
5.
Dude, you're already at 4 right now.
5.
Wait, hold up. You're at 5 right now?
I'm at 4 right now. 5 will be Friday.
You gonna end up somewhere. You gonna end up on something tomorrow. I already know.
No, I'm not. Don't send me no DMs about no shows tomorrow. Sunday is Forte's day to rest.
Absolutely.
All right. B man, always a pleasure though, man.
Of course, man.
Yeah. Slow Mo, or I should say bookkeeper of Forte's bad takes.
Oh Lord. He actually made that? He did.
Yes. Man, that's been my name for like half the show, bro.
I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't. Great show, guys. Jay Barry, thank you for gracing us with your presence tonight. You can catch me on my own YouTube channel, Slow Mo Backslap. I do videos on games of all formats. Doesn't matter what platform they're on. If it's fire, I talk about it. And you also catch me on YouTube. I say YouTube, Twitter, same name, where I'm just saying stuff that might make you mad, but it's the truth. You just really mad because I'm talking the truth, and it hurts. Truth hurts sometimes. But great show, and y'all have a great night, man.
Yeah, no doubt. That's funny. Truth hurts. Jay Bar again, man. Big thank you, man. We love having you on. Always fun, man. Always fun for sure. Yes, and everyone, please enjoy your weekend. Have fun, and we'll catch you guys next weekend or next week. I said the weekend. Next week, same time, Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll catch you guys then. Everyone in the live chat, thank you so much. It means a lot that you guys hang out with us. Big shout out to the over 200 people that were hanging out with us live. Please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And other than that, we are out. Peace.
We are BRAP. We are out.
Well said, Forte.